All right, a little in progress here. You can see I got the tank in, steering's in, control box mounted. Starting to work through some electrical. Gotta get a little bit of plumbing for our tank yet. Fuel filters back on, through holes back on. Well, it's through the splash well for all our shift cables, electric, fuel line. That's done. Steering works okay, as I said. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. I haven't been filming as I go very much just because I'm trying to really get some things done, and I'm hurrying as much as I can. But really burned through most of the day. Not really happy with where my progress is, but how do you make such a mess? Good grief. Anyway, I got gauges up front, got the shifter in, trying to work on wiring, so I think the next thing I need to do is actually start getting some power. Since I decided to put the panels back on, we can't really run these cables and everything until we put the side panel on, but I can run power. I got one battery in. The other one's going to go over there. We have to go get a battery tray. We did manage to get all the tank stuff straightened out, so now the tank lays flat the way it's supposed to, and we got a good fill neck on it now. So I'm going to be putting the Perco switch is going to get mounted right in there. That's where the old power trim was originally on this boat. Was mounted in those two holes. I don't really care about that, but we're going to go ahead and get that mounted in. This battery will just sit over there for now while I wire. And then we're going to start testing some things up front. Obviously, I can't test the tack or anything, but I can start checking for a few other things. Voltage for one. I have a trim gauge. I have literally no idea if it'll work. I forgot when I was pre-prepping all my paint work. I forgot all about that switch panel I wanted to put in. I have mounted a power distribution block behind this the wall here. It's just screwed into the plywood in the back. I left enough room that I'm going to cut out a square for my rockers. They're going to go over here. I don't even know what I'm going to run off of them, but we're going to go ahead and mount those in. I think I'll probably put in the anchor and the bow light on in there somewhere. Probably just as separate switches for now. Normally you've got a three-way switch for it. Probably have it around here somewhere. I think it was an old pull switch. One out was anchor, two out was anchor and lights. I'll probably just move that over to the switch panel. Okay, next, I'm going to get the cover off back here and start running cable through, and we're going to figure out what I need to do down here to the Perco. So cover comes off, ground and power positive go on, and we'll keep on keeping on. All right, we're going to do a first test. I have my positive hooked up. I know this cable's black, but I have my red ends on it. I had this laying around. It actually was a very good length. Got my ground hooked up. Got my shift control hooked up, and for the moment I haven't hooked the Perco in. I've just connected the one battery for now. I just want to test a few things. So something like, let's see if the choke works. All right, well, I got the warning signal. That's good. Choke works. I'm not going to start it, but I am going to touch the starter. Oh, yeah. All right, starter's good. I have a warning signal. I don't know. That might be... These, like the Optis, might have a float in it. Sometimes these blue are the warning signals. Let me see. Where's that going? Is that going to a sensor under there? Actually, I don't see that blue going to a sensor. I'm not sure. On the Optis, the blue is the tank sensor. And if you unplug it, you can see if that turns off that siren. That was unplugged when we had the motor there. I didn't know if that was us or something else. Yeah, it's that blue. So the blue wire is that sensor. I have a feeling there's a float. I have a feeling there's a float in there that may be suspect. Obviously, there's plenty of oil. So we may fool with that in and off, on and out when it's running and not running. But choke work, starter engaged. Happy about that. I'm going to check a couple of other things. Did a bunch of digging around. I think I finally found my pigtail that I couldn't find for the tack wire. I'm going to do a couple of tests because my memory is now old. I can't test the tack wire, but it should be the brown one. What am I going to do here? So I'm going to test, I'm going to test that. I think where we come off the white and the red wire there, that might be a keyed hot. I need to take a look at that, which would be good if it is. I may rig something up to have a keyed hot and a non-keyed hot. Anyway, we're making progress. It's been very slow today, but we're getting somewhere. All right, so I'm going to go do a little bit of probing around with some electric here and see if my memory's right. Let's see if the power trim is hooked up. I've got power to the handle now. We'll see. Oh, beautiful. Ah, I even got the wiring right. So I got power trim off the handle now. All right, one more thing down. Sweet. Now, whether it'll work or not, I don't know, but I am going to presume this wire, I think, is a power trim indicator, and I put a gauge up there for it. Let me hook that up, see what we get. All right, more wiring. Can't wait till I get this stuff all bundled up nice and neat.